Are we recording?
Yeah, we've been recording, dude.
Oh, shit. Welcome to the Clika Podcast. I am Chris. I am sitting next to...
Monique.
Who is sitting next to...
Joel.
Who's sitting next to...
Jose.
Who's sitting next to...
Rick.
And we are here, live. Or pre-recorded. It's funny how everybody got quiet as soon as Rick said that we're recording. Everybody just stopped talking.
Right.
It's like, yeah, the first time I got AIDS was it's a weird story. And then all of a sudden we're recording. Like,
hey, who did we see this past weekend?
we saw Sick of It All.
How was
at
that?
the Roxy. It was awesome.
It was
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, the first thing I saw there
Awesome.
was Joe on his ass.
Oh.
Yeah, I did get knocked on my ass by some fucking asshole who was in the pit. Dude.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, I was there standing there, and then booyah! Dude, out of fucking nowhere to phone
Well,
my
that means
ass.
it was a good show, though.
It
You know,
was,
that's what
it
you go
was.
there. You
Dude.
go there for, right?
I mean, the guy picked me up, and he said, "Hey, I'm sorry, man."
Hey, at least
It's all
that's cool,
good.
right?
Yeah.
Little snappers.
Yeah, it's good punk etiquette, you know,
Yeah,
what we were talking
yeah.
about outside earlier.
That's good.
Dude, the highlight was when Chris was singing along. They put the mic to his face.
Oh, and he tapped me on the
Yeah,
head.
and Lou just goes, "Good job."
I sang the whole show, man. It was my voice was shot out.
Oh yeah, dude.
It was
I couldn't
so
hear
good,
for
dude.
days, dude.
Yeah,
I think that was my third Sick of It All concert, and they're always good. Sick of It All is like one of those bands that they are consistent with the amazing shows and stage presence they put out. I mean, they just give it 100%.
I've
It-
never seen those guys.
dude, they
Really
didn't
badass.
they didn't skip a
Fucking-
beat, man. They
Really?
sounded exactly like the fucking CD, man.
So they're real tight.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
didn't skip a beat, dude. And 32 years, right?
Yep.
32
Yeah,
years.
32 fucking years,
32
man.
years, you shit.
That
And
was
he
fucking
has one of the
badass.
most. He has one of my favorite voices in hardcore, because his voice is like very, very rough, very New York, and it goes along with the guitar playing and the riffage. You know, it has it matches. It's like an extra guitar, like an extra distorted guitar.
And then you know what? It's so I recorded a bunch of clips. I'll show them to you on the break, but. It was so fucking cool to see everybody fucking crowd surfing and stage diving. And then you got fucking guitar player and bass player jumping around, fucking running around. It was just chaos, dude.
That's
it was
good.
fucking chaos.
Took you back.
Yeah, it was fucking
Was it just
awesome.
them, or was it anybody else?
Murphy's Law.
Oh,
played.
yeah, okay.
They were fucking bad, dude.
Yeah?
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
they're always.
I don't know that near their songs, but they're
Yeah,
fucking bad,
They're
dude.
fucking badass.
He jumps off the stage and goes right to me. Like,
Oh yeah.
He found
like,
the
what am I
biggest guy
supposed to do?
on the
Yeah.
floor. He said, "Gonna make you my bodyguard."
you can see all the videos. All you see is me and Chris right there, dude. Every video, every
We
angle. You
were
just see
right
me.
up front.
That's like the most I worked out in a long time,
Oh,
dude. I was
shit.
sore for like 3 days.
He was probably fascinated with you. You were like, damn, this is the tallest Mexican I've ever seen, dude.
Probably, but he just came right over and he's like, "Dad,
Like,
fucking-"
what do they feed you?
I know, huh? Like, is that frijoles?
I don't know how much. I mean, obviously he's an Irish guy, but they had shots of Jaeger lined up all
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
app,
10
and they
shots.
never, like shrank. They're always the same amount. It's like 10 shots of
They had their
Jaeger.
bottle back to the guy in the back was filling it for them, dude.
Yeah,
What? Really?
Yeah.
Were
Dude,
they
that-
actually taking the shots?
Like-
Were they taking the shots?
the
or
singer was.
He was. He had a mic, and with his pinky, he was holding a little cup of Jaeger, dude.
Oh, shit.
Best frontman, though, ever,
Yeah.
dude.
And you know
Okay.
what? He
Dude.
wasn't all over the place. He was just fucking really
Yep.
cool and shit. But as cool as he was like fucking
Yeah.
just projecting, dude. And it
Dude,
was just fucking crazy.
He
dude.
didn't lecture you, but he was making you fucking laugh, dude.
Yeah,
shit.
he was a
Yeah, he
comedian.
was a good fucking. He could talk up there. He
Yeah.
good stage presence, dude. Fucking good lead man. You know, he's giving props to his fucking guys, talking to the fucking crowd, everybody, making fun of the whole community,
Yeah.
but in a good way. You
yeah,
know,
yeah. Just
No-
charismatic all around.
Yeah, that guy's fucking awesome. But I was still impressed by his pinky holding that cup with the mic.
Mad skills.
And
Yeah, dude.
it's what made me fall in love with hardcore in the beginning. Like when I used to go to hardcore shows, is that sense of community and that brotherhood and that family that was there. Like in music like that, you get a lot of fucking snappers.
Yeah.
And you get a lot of people that start in fights and like, "What's up, bro?"
Yeah.
But hardcore shows are just equally as chaotic, but they're more, "Hey, we're here together. We're in this together."
More of a family deal.
Yeah, it's more of a family deal. Like I'm pretty sure if we see Sick of It All again, we'll see the same faces.
Yep.
You know, the same faces go to those shows. I mean, that's what I love about the hardcore music. Is that and it just felt welcoming. You know, nobody's like, "Hey, look at that guy in the fucking dickhead shirt."
Yeah,
you know,
that's cool.
Yep.
It's so funny. I posted several of the videos on Facebook, and then my brother he sends me a video on private message, and it's this long fucking video of like some Christianity shit about, you know, if you listen to this music, you're listening to the devil or some shit like that, dude. And it's like, I started laughing. I'm like, dude, you're a fucking clown.
He sent you.
But I
that
think he
video?
was serious
So
about
what are you
it.
trying to say about the video I posted?
I know. I think he was serious about
He
it.
sends you. He sends you a
Is he
video.
worried about you?
I don't know, man.
He
but
sends
it's
you
like,
something on
Don't
that
drink the
video, but not
Kool-Aid, Joel.
Slayer, dick.
I know, huh? But it's in Spanish, so it's all like, si usted anda escuchando esta música. It's crazy, dude.
Your brother sent you that?
Yeah.
No shit.
Fucking
That's
man.
kind of
I'm like,
that
what are
creeps
you
me out a
doing,
little.
dude.
Yeah,
You
dude.
know?
Yeah.
No, but like I used to go see. I've seen Sigmund a few times already, and what do you call it? That's exactly what you hit it in the head with. It's like a family in there, dude. Fucking everybody takes care of each other. There's really no snappers, and then when there is a snapper, they get dealt with, dude.
No, that's good.
But
the
you know,
best
you
way.
are still gonna get fucked up.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
you ain't
yeah.
coming out unscathed.
Dude,
dude.
45 seconds in, I got kicked in the face by a stage diver, dude.
That's good.
Yeah, and I was expecting it.
Like I was telling Monique when we were waiting for you that I forgot that people staged over at those shows, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh shit!" And I was just fucking dodging
Yeah.
these motherfuckers.
Well, you go there and there's all these signs: no stage diving, no moshing,
no exceptions.
yeah, no exceptions.
There's no insurance in the world that covers
Yep.
that shit.
Yeah.
And then Chris's eye, I never seen Chris's eyes so wide until there's a girl in a skirt stage diving wearing a G-string. He's all like,
yeah, dude.
Hey, but you know what? That's you want to see a show like that at a place like the Roxy. 'Cause
Oh, yeah,
remember
dude.
when we went to go see him at the
Yep.
Fox Theater with
Yep.
Suicidal? It's a big venue and shit. It's cool.
It's
It's
not as
indoor.
fun.
It's on. It's bad. It was still a badass show.
yep.
But an intimate show like that at the Roxy or the
Yep.
Whiskey or whatever, that's where you want to go see a band
Yep.
like that. It's just. It just makes it all the more fucking intense, dude. You know,
See, we saw him
more energy.
in '99, and we saw him at some old bank right here in Brea. That was a badass fucking show. It was like a little stage, like something at a talent show, dude. And fucking, they're jumping around everywhere. They're getting involved. They're inviting people to go up on the stage and fucking sing along with them, dude.
You know,
You don't get that shit anywhere else, man.
the last time I saw him was at the Whiskey.
It's not as good there neither.
Nah, but no, it was great. It was a fucking amazing show.
Every time I seen them there, I never liked them, dude. Well, not them. I never liked the venue there. It's just so.
the venue
Yeah.
sucks, but
Yeah.
Sound sucks too.
I hate the
Yeah.
walkways you have to fucking keep, dude.
I think
that's killer, man.
I think the Roxy has the best fucking
Yeah.
sound system.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
on the Sunset Strip. Dude.
Yep.
That shit was fucking sounded so good, dude.
the Viper Room's pretty good too. The Viper Room's not
Yeah.
that bad. I mean,
I've
The
never
Troubadour
been
is
there.
pretty good too.
Where?
Troubadour.
Yeah.
Is that on Sunset?
no, that's in
Yeah.
Santa
Santa
Monica.
Monica.
Santa Monica, yep.
I don't know LA.
West Side.
You don't know LA. You fucking grew up here.
Barely, dude.
Hey, there's some fucking
You don't know
hidden
it-
gems around LA, dude.
You don't know anything north
know?
of fucking Imperial Highway. Yeah,
Pretty much. I didn't know Park existed until I was like 19.
Adventure.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we got to take a trip again, dude, on the Volkswagen.
Backstreets of Huntington Park.
Yeah,
The Backstreets
of
of-
Huntington Park.
Oh, it'll be riding again. It'll be riding again.
You're gonna get that thing running?
I'm gonna get that thing running. It's gonna be. I finally found a mechanic I could trust, so I'm gonna start working on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know.
All
How long
right.
has that been?
All right.
He's been saying that for like fucking 30 years and shit.
Since 98, since I laid it down in what 98? No, I laid it down in 2000, and there was absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Where is it at?
It's in my mom's garage,
Yeah.
Is it sitting there?
just sitting there.
What? Do you don't even crank it up, moving around or nothing? Fuck.
What's
It
wrong
has
with it?
Nothing. It just needs new tires, new battery, new.
There's something wrong with it now, though.
Oh no, I just need to clean it up. Just need to clean it up. A little
But he
overhaul.
needs a mechanic for that, dude.
Of course,
There's no mechanical problems though, right? It runs.
it runs. It runs. Just need an oil change. And
What do you need a mechanic for, Dick?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Guys,
Dumb,
I'm not
dude.
gonna turn a wrench on that shit. I mean, you gotta bleed the brakes, drain the fucking gas tank. You know, fucking 20-year-old gas in there, dude.
So
Do
why
it
do you need a
yourself,
mechanic?
Dick. Just do it yourself.
Hey, get yourself a pack of cigarettes and YouTube, Dick.
Yeah,
You need
dude.
nothing else.
And a screwdriver.
Just
Why
go to
not?
Home Depot, Dick.
Home Depot, get a Bisa.
Yeah, just they'll do it for you.
I need two guys for drywall and to do a tune-up on a Volkswagen. Anybody who gonna get? Oh, me Volkswagen. Like, all right, come on.
Dude, you'd be surprised.
Fucking
Those motherfuckers
racist.
know everything.
Yeah, no shit, dude. Or they know somebody who does,
Yeah.
dude. Like, I'll take care of it, and they fucking invite the primo. to
Oh,
fucking
yo
take care
tengo
of
un
shit.
camarada.
So you hang around with these guys doing this shit?
She's getting used to it.
I'm getting used to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a.
You need to have a little thick skin. You gotta develop that shit with.
Well,
these
when
guys.
I first was that for the Steve Soto show,
Yeah.
and I got here, and like these two were bickering,
Yes.
and I was like, "Are you like?" They're like, "Just don't worry about it. I'm all. Are you guys okay?" Like,
Everyone
I go,
knows
"You guys are so mean to each other," and they're like, "No, this is how we are." He goes, "You need to worry when we're nice to each other."
Yeah. when we're
So
nice.
then something's really wrong.
there's an issue there.
Like one of them has cancer.
And or I'm gonna pick up like I'm gonna start calling him, "Hey Dick,
Hey, Dick.
pass me
Exactly.
my drink." Hey
It
Dick.
will happen. It will happen.
Or they're gonna call me Dick.
It's not hey dick. It's one word. It's hey dick.
Hey Dick.
Hey, Dick.
There you go.
Hey, Dick.
Hey Dick.
Remember the old days? The hey, Dick.
No, or like, what was that Budweiser? What's up?
The name of the band was what?
Count time.
Count Time. They're from Northeast LA.
North.
Count time.
Count Time.
They were great. They were really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, the guy's old school too, dude. We were talking to him outside, and he used to go see all the East LA bands and shit, dude. So you knew like Yapple and Snapper and all that.
Yeah, and he was like one of the original dudes in the East LA hardcore scene back in the day. So
Yeah, he knew all those fools, dude.
What was his name?
JR 5150.
Dude, the guy was fucking badass though, dude.
Yeah, because
For a punk?
For that hardcore style.
Yeah.
he had bald guy tattoos, headband. You know, he had the part down. You know, and
Yeah.
had the East LA swag. You know, so it was a good band.
I liked him, dude.
Like the band before that, they were like had the hardcore jumps, but they were like at the wrong time.
Yeah.
So they're just like all coordinated. And hey, let's do this at the same time. You know,
Well,
nothing-
the dude looked like the Russian guy from Rocky 4, dude.
yeah, Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
Drago.
Drago.
Yeah, Drago.
He looked like him, didn't he?
I must break you on the bass. God, the guy.
You Chupa, dude.
That
Fucking Chupa.
bass player didn't suck. He
Chupa.
know what I'm saying.
Dude, that was
bro.
horrible.
Yeah.
That was horrible to watch, dude. We're like, oh, fucking hell. Joe missed a good part. Yeah, he got mad. Like, he was like, he was rocking out to like nothing hard. And then he fucking gets mad and just knocks the fucking mic
He
stand down.
bitch slaps the mic. He bitch slaps the mic off.
And what does he do? He walks off stage or what?
I heard the
No,
mic
he
go.
kept playing.
Oh!
Oh my
I
god.
hate that, dude. Fuck.
Oh, dude. Yeah, he was trying too fucking hard, man.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that they beg for people to slam.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, slam.
It's like, no, dude, you're the first band. You had to sell tickets for this.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
So what the fuck? Where's Snapcase? Where's Ignite? Where's Strife?
Ignite's
You know?
still playing.
Yeah.
Strife is still playing.
Snapcase,
Snapcase?
they started back up.
Yeah.
I know Bloodlet, Joe's favorite band,
Yeah.
started back up.
You don't like Bloodlet, huh?
I just did. I'm not. Don't get me wrong. Let me correct myself. They're fucking awesome. You know, they're great fucking musicians. Fucking badass.
But I can't stand the singer.
No. Even the singer's
just
fucking
not your
badass.
cup of tea, dude.
I just don't like a lot of that off time shit, dude.
That shit was great,
I
dude.
love that stuff.
You know,
dude.
after a while, it's cool. Like you throw in a couple measures of that in there, but the whole fucking song.
That's the best part. Dude,
It's like
see, I love
You
the
know?
bass player first.
that's the same reason I'm
Easily
not too
bad.
big on Tool.
Fucking bass player.
I think they're
shit.
fucking badass, but I don't like that shit.
With Tool?
Yeah.
You said?
Like the whole off time thing.
Yeah.
Musicianship is fucking amazing. Yeah, they're gonna edit all that shit out.
Nah, I can leave it in, dude. I don't have a problem with that.
No, it's just an
Yeah.
opinion, yeah.
Yeah, no, like I first got drawn in by the bass player, and then once you get past the bass player, then the fucking drums kick in, dude.
Which band?
Huh?
Bloodlet.
Bloodlet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tool too, dude. No, but like the bass fucking player is fucking down, dude. It's just different, dude. It's not the fucking every. It's not the same fucking thing. It's
All
different.
right. No, I mean,
And he's the first person to play that I've heard that played music that hard on a fretless bass.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, he's playing a fucking fretless?
Yeah.
No
Yep.
shit.
No
Yep.
lines, Dick. Just fucking just straight.
Like,
That's
dude,
pretty
I
good.
used to only like the bass and the drums, and then when I saw them live, dude, it's a whole fucking thing. Like, I've never seen a room move like that.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like a wave, dude. Fucking everybody's like locked in on the singer.
For the
Oh, shit.
intensity of the music,
Yeah.
he had the whole fucking crowd catatonic, dude.
Yeah, dude. Even the fucking waitress at the whiskey was like,
hey, well, remember that was a good fucking show, dude.
That was,
It
dude.
was
that was one of the
Blood
best
for
shows.
Blood,
Yep,
Madball,
yep. Bloodlet,
Bloodlet,
Strife.
Strife, and Hatebreed.
Who else? Somebody else played.
I wasn't there. I
No,
went to
that
the
was
one.
Path of Carl.
Oh, dude,
Path of
fucking
Resistance.
Earth Crisis.
yeah, Earth Crisis.
Earth Crisis played.
And
Yeah.
Path of Resistance.
Dude, it was a fucking. We took the bus to that show. Remember? That was an
Who's in that
amazing
band?
show.
Earth Crisis.
Carl. He's like the only member.
Carl, whatever happened to them?
They're still playing.
They're
Believe it or
still
not.
playing.
But they're not straight edge anymore.
They're not.
God.
I don't know. I'm just joking.
Those lyrics
I know
are
Strife is not.
just way too militant for me. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Those are the type of guys that got the whole Boston gangs into fucking like beating up people for just having a
FSU.
beer and FSU
Yeah.
and all those gangs that fucked up the East Coast scene. But they don't come around LA because we'll kill them.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I remember I went to straight edge show and started drinking beer. I'm at the Roxy just like ordering whiskey. I'm like, fuck, wrong place. You see too many X's in there.
Yeah, but
Fuck 'em.
they don't trip. They don't trip around here.
Nah,
Yeah, I thought the fucking late 90s was, the last great era, with the Victory Records movement.
Yeah.
When I was your age.
They had fucking some badass fucking bands on that label, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Badass fucking bands on that label.
A
dude.
lot of bands that like Cast Iron Hike and Dead Guy, like those bands are bad, dude. And they didn't get too much.
Yeah. Well,
Too
look
much
at,
airplay.
look
They
at
had
fucking
a
Warzone, dude.
and they had a
Warzone
shit
was a
ton.
shit, dude.
Yeah, fucking they have Alone in the Crowd, which is members of all that shit, dude.
They had a shit ton of bands on that label,
Mhm.
dude, that were fucking badass.
And you hear crickets coming from Jose's mic because he doesn't know what the fuck we're talking about.
I know maybe one or two bands that you guys are talking about, but I was never into hardcore.
Just listen to Bloodlet, dude.
Listen to Inthesion. That's a good album. What I liked
That
about
is.
what I liked about Bloodlet was every album was different, and every album had a weird theme to it.
Yep.
Like the first album was just the first album, and then the second album was about stalking, and the third album was about drugs. No. The third album was about kidnapping, and the last album was about drugs. And they all had these weird themes to it.
So it was like a hardcore band with concept albums.
Yeah, and they had like they had the polyrhythms, and the off time, fucking great music.
Is that the same band with the fretless bass player?
Yeah.
Bass player?
That's something you don't see every day.
Yeah.
Fretless bass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
exactly.
they tuned down? Or what about it? Yeah.
Very.
Jeez, I'm blanking on that fucking.
D sharp, I think.
Oh shit.
Very.
All right, B sharp.
Or B sharp. There you go.
Drop H.
The B sharps.
From the Simpsons.
Baby, on board. How I adore that sign on my car's window pane.
Number 8. Number 8.
And for those of you who don't know, that's from the Simpsons.
Yeah.
YouTube it.
You know what?
All right. You know what? I need to get your guys' opinion because this has been a topic of discussion with Daniel. So I'm gonna kind of venture off the decade here.
Your brother Daniel.
It's all
Yes,
good.
my brother Daniel. So this has been a heated discussion every time we go to gigs and shit because we carpool together. What the fuck do you guys think about Greta Van Fleet?
Never heard of them. Is it a band?
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
band.
Don't know.
You never heard of them?
Nope.
No opinion.
Oh, all right then.
Yeah, there's the mic.
There you go.
Greta, what are they?
Greta Van Fleet. So this is this new band that's coming out, right? They were getting played on K Rock, but these motherfuckers sound like not exactly because their musicianship is not that great, but they're pretty good. Like Led Zeppelin.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
What you're talking
dude.
about now, yeah.
Dude, oh my god, dude! Like,
I know exactly what
holy
you're talking
shit.
about now, yep.
I'm like, who the fuck are these guys?
Or so
But
they-
I want to like them because rock right now is fucking dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's these young kids coming out playing instruments, playing some pretty decent shit, but they sound like just like Led Zeppelin though. Like it's terrible. Like I want to fucking like them, but
What are they called again?
Greta Van Fleet.
Do you think they're
I think
stealing
I heard
their
of 'em.
sound? Or
Yeah, like just go
You're just
listen to it.
doing
Like
it?
listen to the album. There's this one song that they play that's it's you can compare it to Thank You and I forget what other song from Led Zeppelin, but it's the same song structure.
so they're like the
But just
Oasis
reversed.
of rock. Is that what it is?
Well, there's
Not-
some bands.
but
I
see,
mean,
Oasis was. I see why you're saying that.
Yeah.
But this is even more blatant
Really?
than that.
Like
This is just like, dude, what the fuck are you guys doing?
what was the name of that? What was the name of that Jack White band? He sounded like Led Zeppelin. I forget. They had I forget what the name of that
Rack and
band.
Tour?
Rocket Tour.
Rack and
No,
Tours.
no.
Rocket Tours. The Rocketours?
Raconteurs.
Raconteurs. Check them out. They're pretty good.
Well, I mean, I can understand influence on a band. I mean, when I listen to a newer band and I'm like, oh, you know who they remind me of? I wonder, or then I'll read something about them and then it talks about their early, like their influences, and I'm like, oh, okay, I can totally hear it now. But another, have you ever heard of Rival Sons?
Yeah, I've heard that name. Yeah,
they're from Long Beach, and they were handpicked by Ozzy Osbourne. To open for the last Black Sabbath tour, and I've got to see them 3 times. At Black Sabbath and then at Ozfest, and no wait, twice. Sorry, they didn't play at Ozfest, but then at a small like the Taste of Long Beach or whatever.
Music tastes
and
good.
Half their songs sound like Led Zeppelin, like a cross between Led Zeppelin and the Cult. It's badass. I absolutely love them. This guy sings with so much blues conviction, like the rock and roll in him oozes out of him.
But it's good, right?
It's awesome. Not but it doesn't make me think like, oh, this is just a tribute band to Led Zeppelin. Right. And then the other half of their songs doesn't sound anything like Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
I bought 3 of their albums, and they're all a little different. And there's at least 3 songs on every album that has that rock and roll coming at you like a freight train, like that rock and roll song by Led Zeppelin, where it's driving. Like every instrument is just driving rock and roll right into your face. And they're great, but I'll have to check out. I mean, for me, as a listener and the professional appreciator of music, I mean, I like hearing influences. I'm like, oh, I bet you this band's, they had to have liked Traffic to come up with that song, or they had to like, Grace Slick, and like maybe Jonette Napolitano is probably a huge fan of Grace Slick to sound like the way she does, or Linda Ronstadt or something.
I don't know, but like for me, a band that just sounds exactly like the other band.
Yeah, that's
you don't like tributes. You don't like hard, and you don't really like cover bands that much either.
I don't mind a band that plays a bunch of different songs, like from
or
other bands,
rearrangement.
But when it's a whole band that plays a whole other band.
Have you guys heard of
we all look at Joel.
Look at you too, Dick.
Exactly. I looked at you first. Have you guys heard of Sword?
No.
Okay. Oh, dude. If you guys dig Black Sabbath, this is the band for you. They're sludgy, kind of down tuned, slow.
The stoner rock kind of.
It's not that like that. It's kind of like on that tip, but it's really good.
Is it like the low desert kind of like?
No, it's not like Kaya's. This is more on that early Black Sabbath, like Paranoid album.
Like Earth? Like have you heard of that band Earth?
Yeah, no, maybe more like Trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, like that one album. I forget what it's called, but it has an eye on the cover. But yeah, check out Sword.
I want to go back to this argument that your brother has with you. Okay, so we have kind of an idea what the band's about.
Yeah.
Well, what's the argument?
Well, I mean, we're both kind of. It's not really an argument, but it's more of a discussion of, like, where is rock going right now, right? And are we at the point where we're fucking so hungry for anything that we're gonna settle for these kids that are coming out
regurgitating?
Pretty much emulating what already happened. Mm-hmm. Is that where we are, right? And so
I hope not.
Yeah, So
I hope to God not.
Or they're doing it with movies.
They are doing it with movies, but it shouldn't be. There's a certain nostalgia that comes around with the movies because, you can harken back to like your youth or something like that, or some part of your past. But with music, I don't know. It should be always constantly evolving.
Yeah.
Right. And it shouldn't be like
it should be.
Yeah. But I don't mind the influences. Yeah. Right. Because you pay homage to those that got you where you are because you listen to them and they influenced you to get to that level, right? Mm-hmm. But when you start jocking the shit out of them, it's like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Like, does everything have to be an IKEA hack?
Exactly.
Some kind of DIY at home where it's just not. There are no more original ideas.
Exactly.
I think I remember that in my philosophy class at PCC. They're like, there can never be a new original idea. Yeah. It's pretty much almost anything in the world has been thought of already.
Yeah.
But with music, it is kind of sad. We're all such huge fans, and you guys being musicians and stuff, it kind of worries me, like, to see where music is going. I can remember, like, throughout the 80s and 90s and hearing, like, Korn for the first time, and I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like, it makes you kind of, like, take stock, you know? Anything that, like, stops me dead in my tracks. The first time I heard Alanis Morissette, the first time I heard Nirvana, I was literally standing in a used record shop in Santa Monica, and that was back in the day when it was so, they would put the little CD at the register and it said, this is what's playing now. And then I was like, I ran over to see what it was, and I bought it. I had never done that in my life. I've never done that in my life. And I went to go get my sister from work, and she gets in the car. I'm all, you got to listen to this. I'm all, no, our lives are changing as of right now. And I'm in Stone Temple Pilots. We were talking outside earlier, like these awesome bands that graced us throughout the 90s. And most of them for me were grunge in style. I mean, Pearl Jam. I mean, and now like all of the lead singers, it seems like, are gone except for Eddie Vedder. I mean, out of like the top 5 big dogs from grunge. I tell people at work, I'm okay when Eddie Vedder I'm taking a sick day. Like I'm taking 3. I'm taking my bereavement leave when Eddie Vedder dies. It's just like not going to be cool.
Mohicans, man.
I know. And so it does really kind of worry me because I don't listen to K-Rock anymore. I mean, to me it's served it has outlived its purpose because it's hard to me. I can't think of any song, any band that they're really playing that I want to listen to.
Yeah, that's true.
Nothing that is played on K-Rock today resonates with me.
It's almost too electronic.
And just for your out of town listeners, K-Rock is our LA radio station that plays alternative music.
All right, so if K-Rock is kind of like the way that we used to get influenced or introduced to new music. So what ways do we get new music now? What ways do you guys get new music?
You see, the problem with that is that you are stuck in your own bubble because it's all self-serving.
Exactly. But if you don't listen to like shit like K-Rock, then how do you get out of that bubble, right? Because I get in these ruts where I have the same fucking 10 albums that I'm playing. Yeah. And that's it. I don't get out of it until somebody introduces me to some shit. And at first, admittedly, I fucking hate this shit. But then you get it in your ear, and you're like, oh shit, this is pretty good. Like a band like I don't know if you guys have heard of Kuram Bing. There's this like instrumental band. It's just this guy, guitarist, chick bass player, and the drummer's fucking bad. And I hated them at first, but now I'm like, fuck, dude, these guys are doing some good shit.
You know what did it for me? Getting out of my bubble was Bago.
Yeah, but Bago's a good. He has a pulse on everything. So.
But he turned me on to buying vinyl. So what I did was like, okay, let me go start buying. You know, I got like fucking 2,000, 3,000 CDs, Chris, something like that.
Something like that.
And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna fucking start a vinyl collection out, but I'm gonna buy everything that I do not have on CD. I'm not gonna buy the same shit all over again. Fuck all that, right?
So you're buying music that's new to you.
Yes, right. And I'll tell you, and I'm like, I'm taking risks.
Yeah.
Dude, I went to Arizona, dude, and I bought a gang of shit, dude.
I saw
dude,
that.
Dude,
you better check out a Batman album too.
Yeah,
right?
dude, I bought 2 of them. It's fucking bad, dude.
Yeah,
dude. I'm like, fucking. That's all I've been bumping in my car.
Yeah.
That, dude, I bought some fucking Beethoven.
Oh shit.
I bought some Mozart.
What?
I bought fucking Luis what's his name? De Souza, or is that his name? The trombone player.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Fucking some Lalo Schifrin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What else? Just a bunch of random shit. I bought some T-Rex. You know, just a bunch of different shit, dude. And I'm like, this is like fucking. The older I get, the more I dive into older shit. You know, and you know, it's just that's like what I'm kind of hooked on right now, dude. Yeah. That for me, that's what got me out of my.
Sometimes
that's good though. That's good. You're kind of rediscovering parts of yourself almost, right? Yeah. Because you're opening up. You're like, oh shit, I can listen to this before as before you might have been close to it.
Yeah, and like, dude, good. Remember, dude, when we were 19, 20, dude.
He didn't want to listen to anything but Slayer.
Dude, or dude, but during the fucking Victory era, that's all we would fucking listen to, dude. Yeah. Fucking hardcore, and fuck everything else, and I don't care. Dude, now I'm like, dude, now I get home from work, I throw on some fucking Chopin, bro, and I bump it, and I take a shower, and I'm just sitting there, dude, listening to this fucking piano and symphony and shit, dude. Or I'll throw on some fucking
shout out to Freddie.
Some dwarves.
Yeah.
You know, I'll throw on the dwarves or whatever, dude. I like the variety. I'm not sticking to just everything that I was so narrow-minded with back in, you know, my youth.
Yeah.
And that speaks miles of Joel because he was very narrow-minded.
You know?
Well, the cool thing back in the day was when we'll go see our friends' band, like Dad's a Punk, whatever. We'll go see them at, you know, anywhere on Sunset. And what do you call it? They'll play with other bands. Like, so you get introduced to new bands like Two Hit Creeper.
Droid.
Yeah, Droid. Droid was fucking badass, dude.
I remember that.
But
band.
we saw them open up for them.
Yeah.
We're like, oh shit, and then everybody's like, dude, these guys are fucking badass. So that kind of opened up your mind too, or at least you open up your ears.
A lot of people aren't going to shows though. I mean, and
yeah, what shows is going on? You really got to dig. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what I'm asking is how, where,
like, this has always been this, because this is beginnings and ends of scenes. This is how it starts. This ever since the 60s or even earlier, it always progresses into this boiling point, this melting point, tipping point, where you got a president that nobody likes, you got an economy that's not very well, and you got a music scene that's very stagnant and dated.
It's ripe for someone to break through.
Yeah, you know what?
It's always been
fucking Rage Against the Machine.
Oh Jesus Christ! Don't get me started on that. Because. But you know, like you look at documentaries about, like, say, like Hype. Hype's a good documentary, and they talk about how shitty the scene was. And then you look at, like, a documentary called, you know, American Hardcore, and they talk about the same shit that's going on right now.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the scene explodes behind it.
Yeah.
But I was very hopeful for the last 4 years that this was going to happen. But now I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen. Not this time around.
You got a lot of fucking millennials, bro, and you know we're Generation X. We come from a completely different, you know, era. All these new people are all into this vocalist shit.
It's like the Spotify generation.
Yeah,
I mean, not just the SoundCloud.
An internet,
you know what it really
generation
is
for sure.
No one is sitting down to actually learn, like, how to play an instrument anymore. It's just everything's about instant gratification, right?
Yeah.
They can get on their fucking app on their iPhone and create a beat and then start rapping to it and then put it on YouTube and then.
No, is this that everybody wants to be famous? Everybody wants to be the next great artist, but nobody wants to put in the work.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is.
Yeah, all that shit is just misguided, man. It's not about getting famous or not.
And you know what? I'm afraid that we're gonna end up like fucking Demolition Man and fucking singing fucking cartoon jingles
or commercials.
God, Smelly Cat.
Oh,
sorry, Chris.
like the Armored Hot Dog song, you know. You know.
Somebody stick me back.
My baloney has a first name.
But all the music is now self-serving, and we only gravitate to the music that interests us, the news that interests us. So everything outside our bubble, we're not reaching. So, like, I'm digging, and there's tons of people that send us music on our messenger. So I'm listening to all that shit, and it's no, you know, keep sending us your music, please. You know, on Instagram. But there's nothing that stands out. I mean, some of it's good, some of it's really good, but it doesn't stand out. Like, what are you gonna do to stand out? Like, how? Like, it takes a lot of balls to do, like, pull a Radiohead where you go from fucking Pablo Honey to Kid A. You know, it takes guts because you're getting out of your comfort zone and you're doing something that's never been done before, and chances are, people are not gonna like it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess for me, and it's kind of like right now, related to what we're talking about, like how for us there isn't anything like kind of commercially that's very good, or that speaks to me, into, you know, what I want to hear. Even the tempo, the beats, all of it is kind of not. I don't like it. So to me, it's a great opportunity for the local band scenes to keep grinding at, like, harder than they ever have before. Because if I'm not finding something that moves my soul on the radio, I'm more than happy to look for it locally, or at least in my immediate in my immediate area.
You see, but you're one of the few people,
Exactly.
and
That's
we
exactly what I was
we are one of the few people that
will do that.
that will dig for
Right.
good music. And I mean, I'm always listening, trying to find the next Citizen Cope. I'm trying to find the next Slayer. I'm always trying to look for that other next thing, and I have to listen through hours of shitty music.
Yeah.
I think before I was 30, my sister and I were sitting in a bar, and it was just like one of the house bands. It's Friday night, and it's like we're just there because we like to drink there. And the bands were so bad, I almost packed up. I was like, "Can we just leave?"
Yeah.
We have sat through so many bad bands. I refuse to let my ears bleed anymore. I'm 30 fucking years old. I want to hear some damn good music. And it was just unfortunate. Sometimes they would have really bad bands, but I was at a bar where it's practically pay to play, and or you only get money for what you make at the door. And
Right.
which band are you here to see? And now that I'm much older than 30, it's either my I don't know.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy though, but because like back in the day, way before our time, when people would say, "Oh, fucking punk is dead," back in what, late 80s,
Early mid 80s,
mid-80s, right when all these fucking hair bands started coming out. Everyone was saying punk is dead, and us growing up in the 90s and shit like that. It's I didn't understand that. I was still a kid, and I still listen to fucking punk. But now that we're older, we're in our late 30s, 40s and shit. I get it now. We're experiencing it because we're going through it.
Like when you hear of you hear the term like, well, this is second wave hardcore, fourth wave punk.
Right.
Yeah,
it's a wave. It comes to you,
and
then it subsides. You know what I'm saying? So we're at a very music is plateaued. It's still watered. Well, at least rock. There's some decent electronic music coming out. There's some decent dance music, decent folk music coming out. Hiatus Coyote.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna go see them in. I'm gonna see them soon.
Yeah, I know.
They're playing at the observatory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my tickets already.
Oh, you bastard!
Yeah.
Santa Ana, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that's where it's gonna be.
It's a shitty venue to park, but it's fucking great.
Right.
Yeah, I got reserved parking spots.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Yeah, so
Nice.
VIP.
yeah, because I heard about that place. I'm like, nah, well, I'll pay a little extra to get some decent parking. But I'm gonna go check out that fucking band finally.
Yeah, I mean, he got me into Hiatus Coyote because he goes, just check out this bass player.
Yeah, the bass player.
And I'm like, fuck the bass player. Who the fuck are these people? I mean, and I got everybody at work turned into that fucking band. I mean, there's like, that's a white girl. Check that shit out.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
That's a white girl. And they're like, no shit. And you're like, yeah.
And from Australia, no less.
Yeah, dude, they're fucking bad. I mean, and those bands are too few and far between.
Yep.
And they're original in the sense that the way they're presenting the music, but they're taking a spin on music that's already been out there.
Yeah, it's like a reinterpretation of like some of the older neo soul shit that was going on.
Yeah,
but I think this is a little bit like their musicianship is a little bit more. I don't want to say elevated, but they use different chord types. Like I hate the term jazzy, but it sounds jazzier.
It's just if they had a little bit more talent, they'd be Hiatus Coyote. I think. I mean, that's a fucked up way to put it, but yeah, they do it. They do the music good, and they do it. Not that they're trying to put their own. I don't know if they're trying to put their own spin on it. I mean, what do you think? I mean,
I don't know.
I think they're just doing that music well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're doing anything groundbreaking, but they make you feel. They make me feel good when I listen to it. I'm like, oh shit, this shit is right there. Like everything about how the interplay between the musicians, like how they write their songs, how they respond to each other. Like, the keyboard player will do this, and you'll hear like the drummer kind of like a call and response where you hear the piano player da da da, and then here goes the drummer da da da, following along. That kind of shit that perks my ears because that's like people are listening, but at a whole other level of listening to music.
Did I send you that link for YouTube? It's called The Art of Listening. They're on there.
Oh no.
It's a Sony documentary, but it's called The Art of Listening. It's a good documentary. It's on YouTube. I'll send you the link.
Cool.
Bago sent that to me. He was like, dude, you gotta check this out.
Yeah.
And he goes, your boy's Hiatus Coyote on it. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So
Please send that to me too.
yeah, of course. And it's like a 30-minute documentary, but it just talks about like Sonics and all that shit. It's fucking great documentary.
Cool.
But I like when bands do that though. You know, like they're actually like they're not playing their parts; they're blending their music together.
Yeah.
You know, they're making their instruments sing as a whole instead of just playing in unison. Does that make any kind of sense?
No, I hear what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a good salsa, I guess.
Salsa.
Not salsa.
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 Seltzer.
Salsa.
Fuck you, Rick. I haven't said that in a podcast in a long time. Fuck you, Rick.
You take way too much pleasure in that.
Oh, yeah. I'm just like, fuck you, Rick.
You can't tell, but he has boner right now.
Yeah, I'm not even going to
You
say
can't
it.
tell, though.
They're just flirting with
You
each
can't
other.
Fuck you, Dick.
But yeah, you
Even
know,
if
I'm
he stood
kind of in a rut. Like I want to find new music and I want to kind of experience some other shit.
I know. I feel like I have to change my iPod up a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've had this shit on my iPod way too much. But whenever I feel like I get in a music rut, I go back to the music that really, like, kind of got me into like being a big fan of music.
Right.
I have to start. That's usually when I go for like Pretty Hate Machine. I have to go to Nine Inch Nails,
Oh, yeah.
Rage Against the Machine, first album.
Yeah.
Alice in Chains, Dirt. It's like really dirty rock and roll like that. And I'm like, there are times I'm like, I'm not that girly, you know. I don't like girly music. I love hard rock and roll. I really do. My sister and I used to have a home-based jewelry making business, and the oddest thing, we would stay up all hours drinking coffee and just pushing out all kinds of jewelry. And we would listen to music while we did that. And if we would put on like Korn, it was really weird. You would think that like the jewelry would be kind of like chunky or, you know, kind of aggressive, if jewelry can be aggressive, but just like not very dainty. Then I would be like, I'd make like all pastel, like really, really pretty. You know, it would be like the opposite. Like the result would be opposite. We always would trip out. Or if we would listen to like Alanis or something kind of soft, you know, and then it would be the opposite. Like
Fucking bloody skull jewelry.
and
Like, I always go back to revisiting stuff that I didn't like in the past.
And that didn't like in the past.
Yeah.
Like
That's
the
interesting. Yeah.
Like
it
everything.
is interesting. I would never do that.
That's like
Like the-
99% of music for you.
Yeah, exactly.
like the Garbage Pail Kids, dude.
No.
The Garbage Pail Kids movie. Right?
That's the best movie ever, dude. Best movie ever.
I
No,
can
but like
remember.
Howard the Duck.
No, like rock in Espanol. I never liked it, and I started listening to it.
I can't,
Yeah,
dude.
I know.
I'm sorry, man, but I cannot fucking
I
stand
tried.
rock in Espanol.
Espanol. It's everything's kind of like the
Okay,
Smiths
I'll
or
tell ya.
something.
Yeah,
I'll tell
yeah.
ya.
Everybody sounds out of key for
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
The only two.
They sound out of
Edwis,
because they
like
are.
There's only
Manon,
three-
you know, like
There's
or
only three
Juanes?
bands. Yeah, there's only three bands that I like.
Did you get two shits about?
There's only three Spanish rock bands that I love, and it's La Ley, it's Maná, and a band called Héroes del Silencio.
Oh yeah.
That's
yeah.
it.
You got to hear Los Amigos
Oh, I love
Invisibles.
Los Amigos,
Good,
but
those are
that's
good
not
ones,
rock, though.
Joel. Those
Yeah,
are
that's
good
more like
Those are my
funk.
favorite
Yeah,
ones.
it's more
Those are good
funky.
ones. Those are good picks for sure.
Other than that, I never liked that fucking
Soda Studio?
Tren al Sur. Ugh. Fuck.
No, but like I didn't like that stuff at all.
Edit that out.
Yeah, I never, and
If that makes a sound.
I just never got
Exactly.
heavily into it, you know?
Oh,
Yeah,
mine
me
did.
neither.
Spanish rock.
Me neither.
Yeah.
You know what's funny though is like I've never listened to that music and now I have to like play covers.
Yeah.
You're-
You
I'm like,
do. You
shit.
do.
Well, see, you guys are the reason I started listening to that.
Yeah. You know
You
what?
know, just to
there's
kind of get to like, all right, what did I miss here? You know,
exactly, and you know what? That's
Well-
opened that door for me because I had never heard like Matador or nothing
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
You
Really?
know, oh shit! Yeah, this is
Or like the
exactly-
Manu Chao, like because some of
Ma-
those songs like are so obscure
Yeah.
that a lot of people think
See-
it's dub 8 music.
Right. Yeah.
See, but you guys dub-atify
And-
it though. You make it better.
Yeah, that's true.
Or like the T Wanna Know
Yeah.
song, that one. Yes,
Yeah.
that's a really good.
There's,
one.
I mean, a lot of those songs that we cover, that I actually like. I not not because I search for them. It's just more because they kind of fell on my lap.
Yeah.
Shit,
Right, or they're fun to play.
I have to play this
for
song.
you.
Fuck, I've never heard it. So, but it was cool. It's cool. It's cool shit. Yeah.
Or can I ask you guys, what age did you start listening to music? Were you like 8, 9, 10?
I was forced into it.
You were forced into it?
What, listening to music?
Yeah, or like as a kid, I can remember my parents liked soft rock, and and they had a huge record collection that they didn't really play. My mom would just prefer to put it on like Coast or something, and they like Rod Stewart and
So
stuff.
you were coasting out in Ojai.
No, in LA, I grew up in Westchester by the airport. And actually, underneath the landing pattern,
It's like, what?
Century in Aviation, the whole house would shake like every 30 seconds when an airplane would land.
So Jefferson Airplane for you.
Right? I wish. I wish.
It was Jefferson Starship at that time.
Like my mom hated Tina Turner. She thought she's like, she just screams and she's so like burly, for a woman. But I can remember watching MTV as like an 11-year-old, maybe 10, 11, and Def Leppard's Bringing On a Heartbreak came on. And you remember that Seinfeld episode and George says, "It moved"?
Yeah.
I just felt like I saw that video and I was like, I like music. Like I felt something like below my waist and it was just, I'm all, what's this? And
Monique discovered herself.
I did. And to Def Leppard of all
I love
things.
myself.
Oh, the Divinyls.
The vinyls, yeah. Wow.
I touched my.
I think it was the Beatles.
The Beatles?
The Beatles.
Lucky. That's a good one.
Mine was my cousin's Spanish band that played covers.
That's cool.
No.
No?
No, they played La Bamba.
The Bamba.
He was a very important figure to music in the 50s.
Yeah, it was.
For about 5 minutes.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That's because of the movie.
And then everybody moved on.
So, wait, what was the question?
Like, what age were you when you started paying attention to music, I guess?
Oh, man, I don't even know. Because in our household, there was always music. Like, the running joke between me and my brother is that we never got a good night's, or like, we never got to sleep in on Saturdays because we would wake up to fucking my dad busting fucking these big ass Kenwood speakers we'll wake up to the Doors at 6 o'clock in the morning, to Led Zeppelin at 6 o'clock in the morning, to fucking Pink Floyd at 6 o'clock in the morning. So it's always around. I can't really pinpoint like an age. It was just.
Did that influence you?
It was always
you
there
all?
for you.
What's that?
Did that influence you all? Your fathers in music influence you guys to be musicians?
Dude, fuck yeah. That's the first shit that we ever learned how to play. Like one of the major things that I learned how to play was the entire fucking Black Sabbath Paranoid album. You know, I was like, that was the shit. That's what I learned. That's what I liked. That's what my dad was listening to.
I remember
After that, and then it was like the Doors, you know, and then after that, my first concert was the Pink Floyd.
Fuck you.
What?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
I never saw Pink Floyd, and I only saw David Gilmour like 2 years ago.
Dude. Both my uncles were there. And this is a trip, right? We're
not friends anymore, dude.
We're going to this fucking place, right? It's my dad, my 2 uncles, and some other dude. I don't know who the fuck that guy was. But we were drinking on the way over there. It was like this rite of passage for me now that I look back, we were drinking, dude, and I smoked pot with my uncle for the very first and only time.
How old were you?
I don't even know, dude. I was a kid, dude.
Child Protective Services.
No, but it was like a rite of passage almost. Like that's one thing that I will always remember.
Like you bit the heart of the deer after you hunted it.
I remember sitting at the Rose Bowl and Money came out and it had surround sound like all the way around the stadium, and you just hear all the way around, dude. And then this fucking plane comes down and like goes into the middle of the stage. I'm like, holy shit. Dude, it was dope, dude. Yeah, I mean,
game over right there.
You can't top that shit, dude. I was some impressionable kid listening to this shit, watching this shit. It was just dope. I was really lucky.
I would have gave my left nut to see Pink Floyd.
Right?
I don't know. I think it must have been Pink Floyd or David Gilmour. But they were playing all the Pink Floyd shit.
What year?
Fuck, I don't know. But it was...
How old were you?
Let me find the album that was out.
Was it a Momentary Lapse of Reason?
No, it was. What I remember is the album was two stone structures that had a face.
The Division Bell.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not maybe. It's the Division Bell.
Okay. All right. Shit, fuck, I'm sorry. But that was
Don't ever question me.
This
about
is
Big
the
Boy.
walking encyclopedia of album covers
So that
and
was the album.
albums,
Yeah.
and
I
he'll
love
tell
that
you the
album.
label.
So what year was that?
I don't even know.
Yeah, I was a kid, dude. I was a punk bitch kid. So
So now you're a punk bitch man.
How about you, Joel? What age were you?
Man, I think I was like, same thing. My mom and my dad playing, their Spanish music and stuff like that. I want to say, like 5-6 years old.
No,
Really?
Yeah.
I want to say that you were a freshman and you were wearing a Metallica shirt. and I said, hey, listen to Slayer. And that's when you got into fucking music, motherfucker.
That's full of shit. But the actual, like the first fucking band that I heard
That like grabbed you. That you were like, no, that.
was a song called Purgatory by Iron Maiden. My sister was a fucking hardcore, believe it or not, hardcore fucking Iron Maiden fan when she was a teenager.
Who, Liz?
Yeah.
dude. I'm not lying to you. I fucking stole all her tapes.
That is crazy. She
Yeah,
doesn't
dude.
even look. I don't
Nothing.
see. No,
Nothing.
No.
And I'm like, holy shit, dude. And then I fucking played the whole fucking Killers album, and I was like, fuck, dude. And then I remember, dude, seeing her fucking Peachy folder. She had all these bands on there, and she had fucking Van Halen on there. So I started sifting through her tapes, dude. I fucking took the Van Halen 1984 album and all this shit that she had in her fucking Motley Crue, Too Fast for Love, all the tapes, bro. I started fucking taking them and playing them. I'm like,
that's it.
I'm gonna be a
Dope.
musician.
This guy owes me about 12 hours of life because he made me back in the Kazaa days.
Oh shit!
He made me download like fucking a gigabyte of fucking Iron Maiden and make
made
them
a four volumes of the best of
the Iron Maiden saga. That's what he called it.
the Iron Maiden song. I think I still
How many
have
sticks
them.
did that go on? Like,
Kazaa, goddamn.
Those,
Kazaa.
the Kazaa days.
Hey, we
I
remember,
never
dude,
heard of that.
we used to stay up
Is that
all
like Napster?
fucking night
Watching that
downloading
shit,
music.
just download.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, it was like 1 megabyte per second, where like
My
fucking 5
computer,
minutes.
my computer never turned off. It was always downloading something. Remember
Hey,
that?
remember, dude, we fucking downloaded a fucking shit ton of 80s music, dude. Like, all these weird, obscure fucking bands. Oh, fuck, they sing that song here, dude. Fucking download it. That was fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
All-nighters doing that shit.
And thanks to that, I got 1.27 terabytes of music.
You still have all that music?
Yeah, it's on my computer that doesn't work.
So you don't have music.
The hard drives work. They're there, but I just don't have a computer for it.
It's crazy.
But I have a shitload of hard drives with just fucking music on it. Like I remember, like somebody was like, "Hey, looking through my computer," and they went through my music file, and they're like, "What the fuck is this?" And all these files of fucking bands, dude. Like careers of motherfuckers, dude.
Yeah, it was a good times, man.
No.
I do have to thank my brother for Pat Benatar. He had an 8-track.
Pat Benatar.
Yeah, he's 2.5 years older than me. So, and he liked heavy metal music, and I remember, I don't remember the name of the album of Van Halen that has Jamie's Crying. That was pretty cool. The first time I heard that song.
1984.
Was it 1984?
No.
No, it's the one before that, I think.
He just named me the first album that comes to his head.
Fuck you, dude.
Oh, fuck you.
That is.
Pink Floyd.
What's the one album that I know? 1984.
I know. So I
Yeah.
always felt like my mom, between my mom listening to like Anne Murray and
Oh my
like,
God.
I really felt like me and my sister, I have a twin. So we were always like, it was a mission. Like we have to go find good music. And
Yeah.
so if it wasn't for our friends at school, I mean, we were huge 80s. I mean, Duran Duran, Susie and the Banshees.
I saw them once.
I've seen her a few times. She was. I didn't see her back in the day in the 80s. I
Yeah.
saw her in 1992, and then at Coachella.
Uh-huh.
And at Coachella, she was off her meds, She was cursing Golden Voice, the entire production company.
Oh shit!
Between every song she sang, she was cursing out everybody. Like no one wanted to make eye contact with her because she was so upset.
Wow.
She put on a great show. I mean, she sang great. She looks great. That was a long time ago. I mean, that was back in like 2002.
Yeah.
There was a movie with Anthony Michael Hall, and he had a brother that was murdered. And that song "City of Dust" comes out on it.
I love that song.
From fucking Susie and the Banshees. Now, just seeing that movie randomly as a kid, because me and my sister are like fucking into movies like crazy.
Out of Bounds?
Out of Bounds, I think it was.
Oh, shit.
I think it was. I think it was Out of Bounds, dude. And just hearing that song, it just changed me. It just like my music taste was one way, and then after that, it went another way.
Dude, you know who took me to see Susie and the Banshees?
Who?
Guess.
Daniel.
No.
His sister.
George.
Oh.
George? Turning the gears?
Turning of the queers, dude.
Yearning for the beers?
Yearning for more beers. Yeah,
Riding the steers?
Hell yeah.
Fighting all your fears?
Dude. Yeah.
Holding back the tears?
George took me to go see Susie and the Banshees.
Shit. He took you to Lollapalooza, dude.
What? No.
No, he took me to Lollapalooza, yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. George was his this drummer guy that we were in a band with.
Uh-huh.
That guy really had a collection of music. That guy, right?
He's the one I jacked the blaxploitation albums we were talking about.
Oh yeah. He turned me on to a lot.
You're from HP too?
Nope.
He's from Linwood.
Yeah.
Oh.
So George is from Linwood too, but we used to be in a band together.
Mm-hmm.
But that guy had a very eclectic taste in music. He listened to everything.
Him and his brother, Jose, they were really
the Noriega brothers. Yeah.
They had a musical palette that I lusted after I met those guys, because we were all in the same band, and I saw his CD collection. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I was like,
what is this?
I had like a fucking shelf above my bed and had all my CDs.
Yeah, exactly.
And these motherfuckers had a fucking ammo box. Remember the ammo box? Nothing but CDs, and then he had CDs
full of CDs.
Yeah, and then he had CDs above his waterbed.
Oh my god, waterbed.
Yeah, he had a waterbed. Yeah. Weirdo.
I mean, George turned me on to fucking Etta James, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, that kind of shit.
Between Etta James and Bong Water,
he was.
That's about the most obscure band I know is Bong Water.
Whatever people thought of him, he had great taste in music.
Yeah,
he had great taste in music.
Yeah. What kind of music did he play?
He played industrial grind.
Yep.
What's the difference?
All night.
What's the difference? I don't know. It's more mechanical, I guess. More electronic, but
not really.
Not really.
No. I don't know why.
Can you give me an example? Is that like Ministry?
No.
It's probably a bad interpretation of Napalm Death.
Yeah, like if Napalm Death were a little bit more
suck.
A lot more.
If Napalm Death sucked, it'd be Turning the Gears.
Yeah. I guess the influence was like Napalm Death and then Brutal Truth. And
I learned a lot from that band, though.
I learned a lot of bad habits from that fucking band. Yeah, that I'm still breaking to this day.
You know, I learned how to follow a drummer no matter how bad he fucks up. You remember we were so good at it? We were so good, we knew he was going to fuck up. Yeah. And then fucking the other guitar player, he was so stubborn to play the song right. It would sound like he fucked up.
He would get pissed with us, dude. Like, where you guys are all doing this shit right? Like, no, dude, this dude was gonna fuck up. We just caught him. Like, you're the asshole. Yeah.
Oh man, I was such a dick back then, dude.
Dude, that band.
I just remember Chris always dragging it with all the other bands.
Yeah,
you're dragging, dick.
It was because of George, dude. George fucked me up, dude.
Nah, George had. Oh, that's good.
But he did shit that no other drummer. I never seen other drummers do.
Because he was left-handed.
It wasn't because of that. And then he played right-handed.
Yeah, he was a mono neon at this time.
He was a mono neon, dude. That's exactly right.
So mono neon, you guys know who mono neon is?
He's a bass player.
He's a bass player, right? And so he's a fucking bad bass player. But this guy he's a whole head trip. This guy he's a right-handed by genetics, I guess. Mm-hmm. He's right-handed, but he learned to play bass left-handed upside down.
I don't know why.
Yeah,
is that like Jimi Hendrix?
Jimi Hendrix style.
Okay,
but he plays
because there were no left-handed guitars, so he just
Yeah, he
turned
just
it upside
flipped
down,
up.
right?
Yeah, and that's how he learned how to play bass. That's how the way he taught himself.
His
how to play bass.
his low string was on the bottom.
Right. So his E string is on the bottom, and his G string is on top. Left-handed.
It's crazy because he would do like
Ass
crazy.
backwards.
Yeah.
he would
That's
do
fucking crazy.
like video
Right.
memes, and then like he would do like say like Trump's speech,
Oh yeah.
and then he would play the bass along to it.
like he like reharmonized. Like you can hear like everybody speaks in a certain tone, right? We all hit like certain intervals and here and there. So he's able to reharmonize those tones in your voice, and he just like plays chords, and it sounds crazy. This is crazy shit.
It's fucking insane. He's a fucking sick ass.
If you want to hear a good band, check out his band called Ghost Note. Dope.
Yeah.
If you guys like Snarky Puppy, that's style of music. Ghost Note.
Rick's writing it all down.
Yeah. Drummer is fucking sick, dude.
So, what do you see music in 5 years? Because I can't see what's in front of us in 30 seconds from now.
Me and Jose
Honestly,
did the same thing at the same exact time. We just went.
No, I mean with the shit that's going on right now, I have no idea what the hell is going on. You know, like I can't see. Well, I don't know. You got to look outside of rock, I guess, because Thundercat's doing some crazy shit. Kamasi Washington's doing some crazy shit. You know, but it's just not rock. Are we talking about rock or just music?
I'm talking about music.
Yeah, well, you got to go outside. I think, well, outside of rock for sure, because rock is, I don't know what's going on with that.
Shit, Guitar Center's closing down, man. You know?
I heard, right? Yeah, I heard Guitar Center's closing down. I heard Gibson's going out of business.
Yeah.
Really?
Gibson's filing for Chapter 11. And
Yeah.
they're looking for somebody to buy them out. And it looks like the Koreans are going to do it.
That's so fucking crazy, dude.
What?
So crazy.
So, the funny thing about Gibson is that...
It's like Ford closing down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is.
They're one of the major guitar builders for fucking almost a century.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the lines, they stopped making a quality product.
Yeah, so I hear, yeah. I was never into Gibson. Well, for bass, I don't have shit.
They don't have shit for bass.
Yeah. So,
I mean, they brought out a couple like Fender type basses,
yeah.
but nothing to hit. Nothing to look good.
Yeah. I think their one big bass was the Thunderbird thing.
The Thunderbird and the Ripper.
Oh yeah, that's a good bass though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's decent. It's on that Green Day album. It's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah,
Has a good tone, but I don't know that
Yeah.
fucking baseball neck. I just can't get past it.
yeah.
They stopped making, like, they stopped carrying her. I don't know what the fuck was it, because you pick up a 2018 Les Paul and it plays like shit. I played Epiphones that played better than the fucking new Les Paul, and that's just, you're an American company. What the fuck are you doing? You're one of two iconic guitar makers.
Yeah.
And they just stopped making a good product. I mean, Joel, how many Les Pauls do you have?
Fuck.
About 8?
8, yeah.
God damn.
I got, no, do I?
Yeah, you got about 8.
About 8, and then I got my ESP Eclipse. Yeah. And then I've got my Jackson and then the BC Rich. But my Gibsons are all 70s era
Oh no shit.
deluxes. I got 2 deluxes.
They're not reissues. They're 70s
Yeah,
straight
it's
up.
70s. One's a 76 deluxe. The other one's a 70 deluxe, my tobacco.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I got a 59
Fucking air.
Flame.
standard. And then my SG, it's a newer model.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, all of them were 70s era, and they all got P90s in them, and they fucking play like like magic. They sound so good. They're heavy as fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and it's just
What's what are the woods? You know, or
it's all maple
Ash.
they're all,
No, maple and ash.
or yeah.
yeah. Either they're probably ash bodies
Yeah.
or alder bodies,
Yeah.
maple necks,
Yeah,
rosewood,
maple necks.
finger
Yeah.
books.
No.
Fingerboards.
The rosewood fingerboards, and then it has I think your 70 is an ash body with a maple top.
Oh yeah, what, like a flame or something.
Yeah.
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 So
And they just fucking sound amazing, dude. And I put it through the Bassman.
I don't know how he does it though. I mean, I don't know how his shoulder is still there because his fucking guitars are heavy as fuck.
And I put it through my 69 Fender Bassman.
Yeah.
That's all fucking neat, dude.
You don't get any like neck dive from those guitars? Your neck is not diving down?
No.
Because it doesn't have a fucking horn. Like there's no...
No, dude, it's fucking...
That's good for you?
They're good, yeah. Yeah. Never fucking had an issue. Never felt... uncomfortable with them. I can move around on stage, jump, or whatever the fuck.
Also, he tunes up his guitars regularly, so I mean that prevents that, I guess.
No, the neck dive it's about ergonomics and how the weight distribution of the instrument is.
Oh, okay.
That's why you see like with the basses, at least, you have a top cutaway.
Yeah.
So if you have a cutaway that ends roughly at the 12th fret, the bass is going to be in balance. So then like the fucking...
Oh, the neck dip. Yeah, I call it neck dip. Yeah.
Yeah, so like the thumb bass.
Yeah.
Has a fucking short neck, right?
But it has...
God damn, that fucking bass. By the end of the night, you're feeling like this.
My Corvette does the same thing.
Yeah.
My Corvette does the same thing.
Unbalanced or what?
Yeah, it's just a poor design,
Yeah.
You know what? Through the SWR rig, that fucking Corvette sounds like a monster, but...
The shit we robbed?
Does it have like those Music Man pickups on it?
No, it's jazz pickups.
Oh, no shit.
And it sounds fucking just beastly, but playing that for like 2 straight hours, fuck, dude, your shoulders killing you.
Who gave you that bass stick?
You did, Dick.
You think Gibson's going out of business because they're like mass producing their shit and they're really no love?
Partly. There's some sort of quality issues that's going down.
And they're overpricing their shit like fucking
true.
On another level nowadays, dude. It's like
yeah, like even Fenders, like shit's expensive.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, for a fucking Fender, dude.
Yeah, just because it's American.
Yeah,
on it.
Exactly. Just because it's American.
Even the
right?
Mexicans are getting Mexican basses.
Hey, don't sleep on those Mexican basses, man. Those are good shit.
Yeah, dude. I've been noticing like a lot of on Instagram. You see a lot of those like garage made basses, I guess, and they're actually these companies are getting bigger.
Yeah,
the boutique basses he's talking about.
Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like local little makers right now, and it's probably a good thing.
Yeah, because there's love in that shit, dude.
Yeah, I mean, but you're gonna spend bucks. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's worth it.
Just how the like Lackland basses started. It started out of somebody's garage, and they just wanted to just blend a Music Man, a P bass, and a jazz bass together. That's how and he started off just hooking up his friends' basses.
He sold the company, didn't he?
He sold it. Yeah, he has his own company now. It's called Dan Lackland Basses.
Yeah, they're all made in Korea.
Yeah,
not that Korea's,
Yeah,
I have a bass mods bass.
Mm-hmm.
That bass is fucking bad from Korea though.
Yeah,
hey,
it's bad though.
Soon they'll be making them in
North Korea.
Well,
we like to say it northeast LA.
But think about like, you think the wood in your bass actually makes a difference?
Absolutely.
Yes.
So think about the wood that's in North Korea that's not used right now.
Yeah,
So you might get some magic out of there too.
might be.
Because in Korea they have a lot of alder wood.
Oh no shit.
Yeah,
Huh.
and so that's probably where you're
Like
getting some of the sound from.
Fodera says that like the best wood, like the guitars that are coming out, they're all made with new wood, like trees that are not aged properly.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, the spacing between the rings
Oh
is
yeah.
a lot wider now.
Right.
Before it used to be really condensed.
Yeah.
And they take pride in collecting old wood.
Old wood. Yeah, that's why a lot of these makers, what they do is they buy a lot of like stock wood
Mm-hmm.
and just store it,
Yeah.
let it sit, and they'll make an instrument out of it later.
Oh, crazy.
Dude, I love digging for instruments. I love going on Craigslist and finding some fucking hidden gems, dude. And
He's gonna end up getting raped one day.
hey, dude, I'll tell you this,
Seriously,
dude.
man.
I'll
He's
tell
gonna
you
bring out
this.
the gimp.
I joined this punk band on guitar with this buddy of mine that I know, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna be writing a lot of music for this band, so let me find a guitar that I'm gonna be able to fucking mash on and shit, dude. And I've always liked Gary Holt's ESP, the one he used in Slayer. So I'm like, okay, but I'm not gonna buy no piece of shit LTD. I'm gonna buy a fucking authentic ESP. I found one on fucking Craigslist, right? I read the specs and all that, and then I did my comparison. I read the specs from, you know, like the manufacturer and all that. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is all fucking OG shit here. Fucking, you know, I hook up with the guy on the phone. I'm like, hey, man, it's a $3,000 guitar, dude, right? Yeah. And I tell this guy, I'm like, hey, dude, how much you want for it? He's like, $1,000. And I'm like, nah, no deal, Holmes, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, all right, dude. Well, hey, you know, good luck. Hope you find somebody to buy it. Fucking calls me back. He goes, well, can you do, you know, $750? I said, okay, yeah, I'll do $750, you know? He goes, all right, dude, can you come to Santa Clarita and pick it up? I go, nah.
Fuck.
I go, no.
Cash only.
I'm not fucking going up there.
Shit.
He goes, fuck. And do you remember, Rick, when I was telling you, hey, dude, can you take me to Marino Del Rey to pick up this guitar? Yeah. Remember? This is because I don't have my truck anymore. Because, you know, dude, when I fucking buy a guitar, I take all my shit and connect all my shit and play the guitar through my shit.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, I take my amp, I take my speakers, I take everything, my pedals, everything. You know?
Oh, okay.
Goddamn.
So fucking, I told the guy, yeah, okay, I'll meet you in Marino Del Rey, but you know what? $700 if I gotta fucking drive over there to get it. So he's all like, oh, fuck, man, nah, man, no deal. I'm like, all right, dude, well, hey, good luck. It calls me back an hour later, dude. He goes, all right, man, $700. I said, okay, where do you want to meet? And he goes, well, I'll go out to you. I go, all right, cool. I live in Long Beach, dude. You know, he comes down to Long Beach. He goes, hey, man, but you think you can give me like $20 for gas? I'm like, yeah. So he fucking shows up to my door. He's this fucking tweaker looking motherfucker, right, dude?
Oh, shit.
And he goes, hey, man, here it is, man. So I fucking go upstairs. I plug it into all my shit, dude, and it just sounds fucking amazing, dude, right? I'm like, so what's the story with this guitar, dude? And he goes, well, man, you know, my mom hooked up with this guy and he ordered like $1,500 for the rent. I'm like, here's your $700. You get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Get out of my fucking house, you know? Yeah. And yeah, dude, I took it to my guy, my tech, and he fucking, you know, intonated it and fixed it all up. And dude, I've never played a guitar with a whammy bar before. It's got a
floating bridge.
Yeah. And dude, it's fucking badass, dude. It's clean. But like, I like that shit, dude. I like finding something like that and then
being an asshole with the guy.
It's a good story.
Lowballing the shit out of him.
Yeah, dude. And then next thing you know, I call this fucker. I go, look, dude, I got a fucking $3,000 guitar for $700. You know. That's funny.
You know what?
Taking advantage of tweakers like that.
You should have took one look at him and go, look, I'll give you $25. Oh yeah.
And a pack of cigarettes.
And a map to North Long Beach.
Hey, and you know what's so funny, dude, is that when he got to my house, I heard like commotion outside. So I looked from my bathroom window upstairs. I looked out into the street, and somebody else had met him there. He was taking a bumper off from the back of the truck, selling it to some guy right there in front of my house, too. While he was selling the guitar. Dude, I'm like, whatever, dude. Just give me the fucking guitar.
It's like, look, I'll give you $19 and 2 bags of cans.
Well, how much do you think I paid for Chris's bass off of Tweaker, Dick?
How much?
$200. He wanted $500. He shows up to where I worked. He saw me and he's like, yeah. I go, I'll give you $200. Okay. Here you go.
That Corvette?
Yeah. Yeah, got it cheap, dude. I saw it on Craigslist. I was like, dude, I gotta get it. It's real cheap. And then I saw the guy's his description. Guitar, a 4-string guitar.
Oh,
like,
no, yeah, okay, idiot. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
dude.
cool.
Thank you.
Is it German? Is it a German bass or no?
It was a German bass. It was made in I want to say Hamburg.
No, good.
And
those are expensive.
1990. No, it was a 2004.
Yeah,
it was a 2004.
Yeah, because they're gonna cost you like
$4
less than 3, right?
Yeah.
These are all my guitars, bro. And that's the ESP right there.
What Rick
just got it.
What Joel's doing is showing Jose a picture of all his guitars.
Do you have a favorite child?
You know what? My it's fuck, dude. It's either the gold top or the tobacco, because they just both sound so fucking good with those P90s.
I love the tobacco way the tobacco sound. He has a Fender Bassman.
It's like McCabe's guitar shop over here in this picture. You should put this on Pinterest.
You'd
get a lot of pins. I would guarantee it. Oh my word!
If you go to the Warwick website and you run your serial number, it'll tell you what year it was made and all the specs on it. So that's what's cool because you still got that thumb bass, right?
Yeah, man. That thumb bass is a heartbreak, man.
Why?
He had
recently picked it up. You know,
that baby got sold.
But what I noticed is the fucking neck is twisted.
Oh shit!
Yeah, apparently that's an issue with.
It's a common issue.
Yeah, with Warwick especially. So take care of your shit.
No, yeah,
yeah, because of the wangy necks that they use.
Yeah,
it tends to twist. Oh, wow. So my fucking neck is just twisted, dude. I'm like, oh shit.
Beto, our other podcaster, he has a strimmer.
Yeah. I remember that. He has
he had the same issue.
Yeah. I don't know what it is.
Is it drying out or?
I guess, man. I don't know. I've never had an instrument ever do that.
You know, that instrument, for being such quality and so good, I always, like 3 times a year, I would have to fuck with that neck.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's about right. That's about right, because you're supposed to, like...
Summer and winter.
At every season, you're supposed to adjust your neck according to the season, right? Because if it's dry, then your neck will bow, or if it's really humid, your neck will go, it'll go the opposite way. It'll banana it down.
Because when I got it from Rick, it had a fucking huge fucking bow on it.
Yeah.
Like Ted Nugent bows.
Yeah.
It was a fucking bow on that fucker. And I went on YouTube, and I went on the Warwick page, and they have a care section where they show you how to intonate and adjust your neck.
Those are a bitch to work on, though.
Yeah.
Because of the way that the bridge is,
the adjust the nut and all that.
Like, everything, you have to adjust everything in it.
But if you get it set right, it's fucking, nothing plays like it.
Yeah.
Except for a good Fender, but
Yeah. I mean, I think any instrument will play fucking nice if you know how to set it up, especially to the way you like it.
What's your favorite bass?
My favorite bass? I don't have a favorite, man.
Or if money was no object, what would you have?
Oh, I already have one of those.
Awesome.
Your Sadowski?
Yeah. I mean, there's just no sound. There's no. It's a trip, right? Because people say that $6,000 bass and $600 bass is really no difference.
Bullshit.
Yeah, it is bullshit. And when you pick it up and you feel like, wow, like everything's so solid.
You know what? People that say that has never played a wall bass.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I've never played one of those either, but yeah.
But you know what you could do? You could take the preamp from your Sadowski and put it into a Fender.
Yeah, you can, but it's not the same craftsmanship that goes along with it, right?
Absolutely not.
You're talking about like a CNC machine routing everything.
Yeah.
Or you get like a Sadowski made bass where they do CNC, but like all the final details is by hand. Somebody's there carving the fucking neck, carving the cutout. Shaping this, shaping that.
Yeah.
That's what you pay for.
They're actually using woodworking tools.
Yeah, right. Somebody's getting dirty.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yep.
Somebody's sweating on that shit.
Somebody got a splinter in their finger.
Exactly.
Or lost
somebody got hurt.
Just so you could play Sweet Child of Mine at a bar.
Exactly. That's crazy. But no, you know what? My favorite bass right now has to be the bass mods. That's a fucking... Really? Like an $800 bass made in Korea. I don't know why, but that bass is solid, dude.
It's an alder wood, dude.
Yeah, it's an alder bass. Yep. Yeah, it's an alder body with a maple neck.
They have a whole forest that's protected there.
Oh, no shit. Yeah.
And they can't do anything there. So it's probably the trees that fall down.
Yeah.
Probably from that.
Maybe. My only gripe with that is that the open E string sounds a little compressed. I don't know why. I think it's something
the
to do with
Bartolini's.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the Bartolini's.
Yeah,
I bet you if you switch them out to like some fucking Nordstrand or some fucking other pickups, you won't have that problem.
I don't know. I don't necessarily see it as a problem. Well, I guess because sometimes I want that big open sound. Like the Sadowski. God damn, dude, it's like, oh shit. That shit rumbles a fucking house. You hear the E is like.
Yeah, that's a fuck your mother right there.
Yeah, exactly. And then this one sounds so meek compared, but. The playability on this bass mod's like no other.
Did you have to do a lot of adjustments on it?
I've only done one, honestly.
When
I first got it, played awesome. Then, all right, so I got it and it played awesome. Right, then the weather changed, because I got it in July, so it was hot. And then around December, where it started getting cold and dry, the bass started feeling really weird. It started like the tension on it was a lot of tension. Mm-hmm. So what happened was the neck bowed up, so I'm getting a lot of spacing in between the strings and the frets. So I took it to this guitar shop to get it fixed, and they did a horrible job. It was trash, man.
What's the name of the place?
Yeah. It was trash. It was just trash. But the good thing about that is after that I decided, okay, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna fucking figure this shit out. Mm-hmm. So now I do all my setups, and now it fucking plays like the way that I want to play. Yeah. So I've only messed with the necks right after that, and I haven't messed with it since. So the neck is pretty straight. My action is really, really super low. I got to play really softly to not get any string buzz.
You know what? Once I learn how to set up, I don't take it to anybody.
Yeah.
Because I could do it the way I want, and I could take my time, and I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, it's one of those things where if you're gonna take your instrument to somebody, you got to have a good relationship with that person that understands how you play, and you know what you want to do with your instrument, right? Like, or the type of music that you want to that you're playing, and how hard you hit. Yeah, or pick or whatever. Okay. But if you know how to do it yourself, you really, I don't know, it's a weird other connection you get to this inanimate object.
Yeah, something you did yourself.
I gotta give.
Oh, it's not inanimate.
I gotta give a shout out to Blue Alien Guitar, my guitar tech Steve. He's the only one that I allow to touch my Les Pauls, and he does a fucking phenomenal job, dude. Yeah. But he's like that, dude, exactly like how you said. Yeah. Somebody that knows how you play. You've had a long relationship with him.
You've been going there for about 8 years.
Fuck, forever, dude.
See, that's good, man. That's money well spent. Yeah. Right. Yeah. But if you just go to some random dude just because you feel your bass is out of whack. Yeah. They don't ask you shit. So that's a marker or indication of how well they're gonna do. Mm-hmm. At this place, they never ask me what I play. Yeah. How I play. Mm-hmm. And it's like there's other shit that went on. I'm like, man, I don't know. You're shady. Like just. Mm-hmm. It's like going to Jiffy Lube. Your questions.
I made my mistake for fucking taking my blue Fender.
You guys are crooks.
I took my blue Fender to, I won't say the name, but it's Guitar Center. And they charged me like fucking $100.
What?
Dude.
They fucking suck, dude.
What they do to your bass?
They set it up and they put in an input jack because my input jack was bad. It just fried out. Oh man. And I got it back, and the fucking wire was sticking out of the pick guard.
Bullshit.
And then I took it down to
out of the blue baby.
Yeah. And so I took it down to Troy at Downey Music, and fucking he's the guy that does all my electronics. He used to do my setups, but now I do my own setups. Is he
good? Over on Firestone?
Yeah. Troy's the guy that did. You know who he is, right?
Yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah, Trey Walls. He did the Turning the Gears album.
He did a lot of coke too.
Yeah.
So you trust him with your shit?
Of course.
He's had a lot of coke.
He fixed a lot of fuck ups that the Guitar Center did to that bass.
So he's good with electronics?
Yeah, he's good with electronics. At least with my shit. And then he fucking, oh no, I didn't do anything. $20 like that. So I fucking I spent $100 at Guitar Center, $20 for with him.
Yeah, that's good.
And all he did was charge me for the wire.
Oh.
He rewired my pickups.
Oh, okay.
Because they cut too much fucking wire out, and it was fucking looming. Mm. And then he fixed my Warwick. Warwick had a grounding wire issue.
No shit.
It would just keep coming off. It'd just break off, and then all of a sudden, you'd fucking have to fucking solder it again. So he fixed that. So he's a good guy. He's a good guy with my electronics.
So what basses do you have right now? Do you still have the Dodger bass, right?
Yeah.
And then you still have the
Warwick.
And then you had the other one.
The 5-string I gave to Spooky.
Oh, okay.
And my Fender Jazz bass I gave to Spooky.
So you only have the
Lucky Spooky.
You only have the Dodger bass and then the Warwick.
Right now.
Where'd you get that Fender Jazz bass from, Dick?
I gave it from you.
He gives it away to Spooky, dude.
No.
What a dick. What a dick.
Spooky is.
Well, you know what?
Hey, where's that acoustic guitar?
It's still there.
Who gave you that guitar?
You
did. Hey, how did you get your bass rig?
We stole it.
No, we did not steal it. We borrowed it
and never gave it back.
We borrowed it and we still have it because Jimmy is too preoccupied to fucking ask for it back.
He's been asking for it back. I'm like, please pick it up.
Is that the SWR?
For the record, Jimmy's our friend. He's our fucking, he's our friend.
It's stolen.
Are there wheels on it?
Yeah, there's.
Oh,
wheels
good.
There's one wheel on it.
There's one
wheel.
Those SWRs, they're fucking great amps, but heavy as shit.
Yeah.
And they have very brittle wheels.
But that shit sounds fucking badass.
Shit.
That shit will fucking rumble this fucking house down.
Is it a 610?
810.
8? Fuck.
It's fucking loud, dude.
Yeah,
it's 3,400 watts, dude.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What about your head? How much?
I'm rocking a 900 watt head right now.
Which one is it?
Fuck around.
Yeah.
The SWR Mo bass.
That thing.
And I need to talk to you about that.
But that's not the one you bought at
dude, this guy,
the store, right?
This motherfucker. Right? Let me tell you something about this motherfucker. Right here. I offered him. I was gonna give him a fucking hookup. I have this Aguilar head. Like if you guys, Aguilar is a fucking shit.
Yeah.
A fucking SC 500. Clean, dude. In the fucking case with a rack mount fucking tuner. I was gonna give it to this guy practically give it to you, and this motherfucker turns around and buys that piece of shit fucking Mo bass.
I got it for $200. I needed a bass head, dude. I got it for $200. I needed a bass head, dude.
It's still a piece of shit, dude.
Yeah, because
for just a couple $100 more, you could have a fucking Aguilar with a goddamn tuner.
No, we had a gig that weekend though.
I don't give a fuck what you had.
And that's all I had was $200, and this guy wanted $350 for it. I'm like, dude, I'll give you $200.
You should have sucked some dick for the other $150, dick.
No, because then they want me to swallow, and it's a whole.
It's only $150. It's not the girlfriend experience, dick.
It's just I'm done with that life.
What's your favorite rig then?
Mine? I'm biased with the shit that I use. I use Aguilar straight up. Dude. Yeah, I love it. But I've used SWR. I've used Mesa Boogie. I've used. I think that's it.
Yeah, what's the one you had? That sound about the SWR, the Goliath, I think it was.
Yeah,
that was fucking. I remember that one, dude. Yeah. That was badass.
That was good.
Fuck, I love the mids on that shit, dude.
Yeah,
it's punchy as fuck.
Yeah, but right now my Aguilar shit is that's what I use.
Yeah,
I can't afford other shit, and that's it.
For me,
that's all you need, though, man.
For me, for my Les Pauls, I use my Bassman, and then a vintage 1960 Marshall's cabinet. But for my ESP and my Jackson, I'll use my Marshall head with my Marshall.
It's a JCM, right?
Oh, the JCM?
Yeah, JCM,
yeah.
And it just fucking, dude,
kills.
Oh my god, dude, it fucking kills, dude.
Those JCM sound really good, man. Daniel was using one he paired it with a 212 Mesa Boogie.
Oh, wow.
And he used I think a John Mayer Strat or some shit.
I love that Strat, dude.
Dude, it sounded fucking killer, man. Like really good.
It's got a really nice clean sound.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
The Bassman, oh my god, it's just got a really clean vintage fucking super crystal clear sound, dude. Yeah. When you just play, on like a clean channel.
Yeah.
But it's just it has no loop like the Marshall. It's just you plug in and you get I use my distortion pedal to get some distortion, but it sounds perfect. Sounds perfect.
And Chris, what kind of cigarettes do you like?
I prefer Camel filters.
Camel wides.
And Camel wides when I'm in a bad mood.
Can Adam make Eve love like Eve makes Adam come?
It's funny because I was
Camel. The discreet website.
I smoked Camel wides for years, and then I stopped.
Yeah.
And then I don't only smoke when I was like in a shitty mood or upset about something. I'd go pack fucking pack Camel wides. And then one time, Angel was like, "Give me a cigarette, faggot," and he grabs my pack, and he looks at the Camel wides. He's like, "Why you mad, dick?" Like I didn't even tell him about it. He just fucking knew. He's like, "Why you mad, dick?"
That was like
Camel wides.
Those were like McDonald's straw. The thing was, that was a big cigarette.
It's like a little cigar.
It is. Dude, cigarillo, mini cigarillo.
Yeah.
I used to love those because when I used to smoke a lot, what do you call it? That's when I would take a break. Like my boss, like, all right, as soon as you know your cigarette, come back in. That thing took
10
forever.
20 minutes
later.
You get a good pack on there.
Yeah.
That's gonna last forever.
And
dude.
that has some nicotine.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That lasts you for the whole shift.
That'll keep it going.
For the whole shift.
Yeah.
I was hooked on Parliament lights.
Those are. Oh, I remember those.
P-Funks.
Yep.
The fucking girly cigarettes.
Yeah, number 2 used to smoke those. He turned me on to those.
Marijuana.
They're not bad. No, they're not bad.
You vape?
I vape marijuana.
Oh, that's it.
But nothing else. No.
You know, vape tobacco. Or
I tried
juice?
it. I give it the good old college try.
Yeah.
And the reason why I did is because I could smoke inside.
Oh yeah.
And I could smoke in my on my desk, so I'd vape on there. And then when no, you can't vape in here no more. I'm like, well, fuck it, I'm going back to cigarettes.
Shit.
And it was funny because I stopped smoking cigarettes for a while, and I was just vaping. And then I had a bad day, and then my district manager was there, and he's like, "Hey, Chris, why are you smoking again, dude? What the fuck? You're doing so good with the vape." I go, "Look, jacking off is cool, but sometimes you just need pussy." And I showed him the cigarette. And that's how he compared it, just like,
Oh man.
Excellent analogy.
That's basically what it is, because you're getting there, but it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
I like smoking. I like vaping weed. The reason why I never smoked weed because it was just too harsh and I didn't like the taste. And now that I
can vape it.
Vape it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! Where have you been all my life?
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with that.
Speaking of vaping, I'm going to the Smoking Grooves Fest on Saturday. That's gonna be dope.
Who's
Where's
playing?
At the Queen Mary, so it's gonna be Erykah Badu, The Roots, Thundercat.
Damn.
Dude, it's gonna be crazy. I bought that for Karina's birthday.
Nice.
Yeah,
The Roots alone, dude.
The Roots alone,
Right?
Yeah.
Did you see that
Erykah
video?
Badu. Hello.
Yeah. That's
Tyrone.
let's not talk about Tyrone.
Yeah, have you ever seen the Roots live?
Yeah, I saw him at the House of Blues in Anaheim.
Yeah, I saw them with I don't know if it was Black Eyed Peas or Jurassic 5. I'm not sure what it was.
I hope it wasn't Black Eyed Peas.
No, it was Black Eyed Peas when Black Eyed Peas were good. When they were like still
Before
under
Fergie?
Before Fergie.
With Kim Hill?
No, it was just
It
them.
was just them? The
Just
three?
them. Yeah.
Because they had Kim Hill before Fergie.
Yeah. And before they had a female singer.
Yeah.
It was just fucking dope. They were bad. Their first 2 albums were awesome. And then they had the Elephant Funk or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
it's
that's when it
called.
all went shit. Yeah.
Dude, I almost cried when I heard that album because that's a joint, that's a jam. Fuck, I love that album. That is a bad song.
I'm remembering something my sister was telling me about. It's a K-Rock sponsored music series at the Pasea Hotel in Huntington Beach, and Arise Roots is playing. I want to say in the next week or two.
No shit.
I was like, that's kind of cool, and it's the whole music series is dedicated to finding new music.
You're gonna go to that?
I might. I love Arise Roots.
I've never seen them.
Oh my god,
Never
they're
seen
so
them.
good.
They're good. Yeah.
Oh
really
yes.
Good. Yeah.
They were very very professional.
Mm-hmm.
They were great to work with. When I was managing Dub 8, we hired them for a gig.
Oh no shit.
And
They were
they're
amazing.
really like reggae.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Roots reggae. They have a new drummer. I haven't seen them with that particular drummer, but I'm sure they're fabulous. I mean, it's Kareem and Rudy on bass. They're just really cool. They're so good. It's sort of, when I listen to them, it feels like I'm listening to, makes me feel good, like Bob Marley.
Yeah,
It's like, it's really good, like just feel good reggae music.
Yeah.
I like Roots reggae. I mean, but I could get tired of it. I like more like the skinhead reggae, the Trojan years, and that kind of reggae, like the Desmond Decker, all that, that shit's bad. I mean, I love that. Just the old, just the way it sounded. It's like a good island R&B kind of sound. I think, to me, when I think of reggae, I think of that.
Okay.
Like the reggae not from Jamaica, but from England. The whole crossover that
The
came
Clash.
Yeah. Right.
No, not necessarily.
I know.
Yeah, but just that old. I mean, it just has that traditional sound. I mean, but roots reggae is cool. I just could get like, it's like eating a good a good dish, but it was just like
Get a little bored.
you get tired of it.
Cinnamon crackers.
Yeah, but I can never get tired of like the old Trojan era of reggae.
Yeah, let's start winding this down.
Yeah,
And so this is Monique's first podcast on the mic.
Oh, what? For real?
It is.
Oh, dang.
Thank you for having me.
Dang.
So she needs to tell us a little about herself.
yes. Let's hear it. Let's put her on the.
We
hot
should have done
seat.
this in the beginning, but
Yeah, totally.
we're asked
I have to
backwards.
tell you about myself?
Yep.
Yes.
In what way?
What's your sign?
I was born under the sign of Aquarius. Uranus is my ruling planet. Let's see.
The jokes write themselves.
I have a twin sister. By day, I'm an insurance agent. I work with business owners and restaurant owners, building. Yeah, it's interesting. It's very busy.
You don't like being put on the spot.
No, but I do love music, and I've always liked to be around musicians, and I had the time of my life managing a local band, Dove 8, that Jose is a member of now. I wish I had fallen into that job when I was 20 instead of when I was 40. There wasn't that much money in it, being a band manager, but it was the time of my life. Absolutely. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about music and the business, and getting to be a band mama was one of the, it was the biggest source of pride for me when we would do a really good big show, and where we all like worked really hard and did our parts, and there was no other feeling like it. No other feeling like it. And now Chris invited me to be a part of this vision of music discussion in all of its forms, and it's open and free form, and it's good for me to be part of this right now, and
good.
So I'm happy to be here.
Cool. Welcome. And Chris, you're not new here. Introduce yourself.
My name is Chris. I'm a Scorpio.
And this is over.
Coming to you live, like a podcast.
Anybody else?
Thank you.
I am Joel, the kid.
Well, also, our guest here, Jose. Introduce yourself.
Thank you, Jose. Thanks.
Yes, he's a bass player of Dub 8.
Yes.
Woo.
Amongst many other things.
Almost everything. He's also a meat popsicle,
Yes.
a Salvadorian sandwich,
Yes. What else?
and he was also born in April 16th.
April 16th. Yes.
Yeah.
His zodiac,
1992. Why don't you tell me?
There you
Where
go.
were you?
Yeah.
his zodiac sign is Jackal Pastorius.
Hey, who got you into Jacko?
Who? What?
Why do I know that name?
No, we don't know who Jacob Pastorius is.
Nobody does.
Nobody does. Only Chris does.
You see, Jacko Pastorius is like the bass player's Jesus. That's all. That's how I could explain Jacko Pastorius.
Jacob Pastorius is like he is like a pioneer in the bass world.
Okay.
So he pretty much revolutionized electric bass. So he's like the godfather of all that shit. But Chris introduced Jacko to me, and that was it.
I'm smiling on the podcast. You can't hear me smile.
Yeah.
He'll never let that down.
No, just like Slayer.
Yeah. He's gonna burn that Slayer
Yeah,
ground.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's not even funny anymore with the Slayer thing. Dude. He's still gonna keep saying it.
Of course I am.
Right.
'Cause fuck you guys. You
Let's
ain't
get it.
shit without me, motherfucker.
Chris's gravestone is gonna say, "Who got Joan to Slayer?"
Exactly.
The same guy that got Jose into Jacko Pastorius. It's because he Jacko Pet. Because, they can't afford the rest of it. Because, nobody's going to spend money on my funeral.
Right.
All right.
All right.
All right. This is the Clika Podcast signing off.